welcome everyone. Again, thank you all for being here. Feel free to click play on your playlist now. It's a slower song at the beginning. Good, and when you're ready, we're gonna get started in a seated position. Take your time to get there, cross the ankles, one in front of the other, hands on your knees or thighs. You can either flip your palms to the sky or have your hands resting on your thighs. Allow your shoulders to softly roll back and down. Chin can slightly tuck under. If it's comfortable for you, close your eyes or just rest your gaze on something. Taking a few grounding breaths here without changing anything in your breath just yet. Allow yourself to notice how your breath moves through your body. And then gradually starting to expand your breath. Deeper inhalations, longer exhalations. Following your breath all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom. And let's breathe in through our nose, reaching the shoulders to our ears. And then big breath out through the mouth, let everything go. Next inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky, palms together. And exhaling, hands come to your heart center, bowing to the fingertips, pausing here for a moment. Taking this time to set an intention for your practice if you'd like. Take one more breath. Good. And release your hands down. Gently open up the eyes, and we're just going to gently fold forward, opening up one of the hips. Walk your hands forward, lengthen the spine. Relax your neck, allow your head to rest down. Good. With your next breath in, walk your hands all the way to your right. Your heart is reaching towards your right knee. Breathing into your left side body gently, a little more sensations in that left hip. Inhale, come back to the center, walk it to your left. One more breath here. Next inhalation, walk yourself back to the center, breathe out. And then on your inhale, walk yourself back up to your seated. We'll switch the sides, simply bringing the other ankle in front, lengthen the spine again, and walk it forward. Opening your other hip this time, again, relaxing your neck, allowing your face to soften. Keep grounding down through the sit bones. Don't let yourself roll off of your hips. This time, breathing in, walking your hands to your left. Maybe a little more sensations in the right hip. Lengthening your right side body. Good. Next inhale, come back to the center and walk it over to your right. Good. Find about one more intentional breath here. Next inhalation, walk it to the center. Breathe out here. And on your next inhale, come up to your seated. Roll over the ankles, making your way to all fours. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. On your breath in, we'll arch the spine, looking up Exhale, round, tucking the tailbone under. Keep moving with your breath. Starting to wake up your spine. Gently waking up the abdominal muscles as you exhale, belly button pulls into your spine, rounding the spine. Good, let's take about 2 more cycles of breath here. Good, come back to the center. Tuck your toes under. We'll start to activate our core. Pick up the knees off the mat just about an inch and hold. Stay for 4, 3, spine is still long, 2, shoulders are domed. Exhale, release your knees down. Take a step forward with your hands, knees, chest, chin on your exhale. Inhale, slide forward, cobra, untuck the toes. And exhale, come back to all 4s. Good, we'll dome the shoulders again. We'll do this 2 more times to wake up our belly and shoulders. Pick up the belly and lift the knees about an inch off the mat. Hold. Good. Stay here for 3. Spreading the fingers, rooting through the knuckles, 2. Exhale, release the knees down again. Take a step forward with your hands. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward to cobra. Exhale, back to all 4s. Last one, we'll tuck the toes under, pick up the knees and hold. Good. Keep your belly strong. Spine is nice and long. Shoulders right over the wrists, knees are right underneath the hips for 3, for 2. Good, exhale, release the knees down, breathe in, walk it forward, and exhale, knees, chest, chin. Slide forward to cobra on your inhale, and this time breathe out to your downward facing dog, picking up the knees off the mat, starting to stretch your spine, walk it out, bending one knee, and the other, shifting the hips from side to side. Keep focusing on the spine, finding a really nice long line. Good. Any movements that feel good here, 1 more breath. Good, breathe in, right leg lift, stack the hip, bend the knee, circle out the knee, the hip, the ankle. As you exhale, right knee to your chest. Inhale, sweep the leg back and up. Breathe out, knee to your chest. Come back to stacked hip, 3 more. A little bit more core, a little more active today for 2. Last one. Good, and then release your right knee down. Option to take your vinyasa to keep waking up the shoulders or stay here stretching. We'll get to our flow in just a moment. Good, now switching the side, left leg up, stack the hip, bend the knee. Circle out any movements that feel good. Inhale here, exhale, left knee to your chest. Breathe in, back and up. For 4, 3. Good, last 2. And your last one here. Reach up, release your left foot down again. Option to take your vinyasa. If you feel ready, if you feel warm, stay here 1 more breath. Let's look forward to our hands, starting to walk the feet all the way to the top of the mat, finding your first forward fold. Clasp the elbows, sway from side to side. You can have your knees bent. We're starting to extend the legs, shake your head a few times. Yes, yes, no, no. 3 more breaths. Last breath here. As you exhale, release the arms down. Inhale, slowly roll up to standing. Head comes last. Sweep the arms up overhead, palms together. And exhale, hands to your heart center. Bow to your fingertips. Reconnect again with the breath. Maybe with your intention, if you haven't set one yet, use this moment to do so. One more breath. Gently release the arms down. On your inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe in, lift halfway, stepping your right foot to the back of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky, find your crescent. Left arm back, right arm forward, find a gentle twist here. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Find your knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga as you breathe out. Inhale, forward to cobra or up dog. Breathe out to your downward facing dog. Next, inhale, right leg lifts. Step it through, breathe in, crescent. Exhale, hands down to the mat, left foot forward, halfway lift on your inhale. Exhale, fold deeper. Breathe in all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to your heart. Second side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, left foot back. Breathe into crescent. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forward. Maybe gazing to your fingertips. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale to your flow. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Breathe out, down dog. Next breath in, left leg lifts. Step it through, inhale, crescent. Exhale, hands down to the mat, right foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Breathe in all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to your heart. Keep switching up. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift on your inhale, right foot back. Inhale to your crescent. This time, grab your right wrist with your left hand. Get a little taller and tilt your body to your left. Breathing into your right side. Next, inhale, come back to the center. Exhale to your vinyasa. Starting to build a little more heat in your body. Inviting more movements. Breathe in, right leg lifts. Step your right foot through, inhale, crescent. Exhale, hands to the mat, left foot forward, halfway lift on your inhale. Exhale, fold deeper. Breathe into your standing, exhaling, hands to your heart. Second side, reach up, fold forward. Lift halfway, left foot back, find your crescent. Grab your left wrist with your right hand and tilt your body to your right. Sit lower. Inhaling back to the center, exhale, vinyasa. Breathe in, left leg lifts. Lightly step it through, inhale, crescent. Exhale, hands down, right foot forward, halfway lift on your inhale. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Breathe into your standing. Exhale, hands to your heart. Last one here, inhale, reach up. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, right foot back, find your crescent. Good, this time reach your arms back, your heart forward. Find your balancing pose, warrior three. Extend your right leg, flex your right foot, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Next breath in, right knee to your chest, find your balance here. Left hand to your right thigh, right arm back. Find a twist here, option to extend your right leg or keep it bent. You're still warming up, waking up the muscles. Come back to the center through your warrior three, step it back. And then exhale, right hand to the ground, side plank. Inhale here, exhale to your vinyasa. And we'll do the same thing on your second side. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Step it through. Inhale, find your crescent. Exhale, hands down to the mat, left foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Breathe into your standing. Exhaling, hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, left foot back, crescent. Reach your heart forward, arms back, palms are facing the ground, and then gracefully shift forward to your warrior three. Allow some space in your neck, reaching your shoulders back. Next, inhale, left knee into your chest slowly. Right hand to your left thigh, left arm back. Option to extend your left leg. Good, rebend your knee again through your warrior three. Slowly step your left foot back, left hand on the ground. Transition to your side plank. Breathe in here, exhale to your vinyasa. Next, inhale, left leg lifts. Step in between your hands, breathe into your crescent. Exhaling hands down to the mat, right foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Breathe into your standing. Exhaling hands to your heart. Reach your arms back, interlace your hands behind your back. Lift your heart. And as you exhale, bend the knees with long spine, fold over the legs. Reach the arms away from your spine and then slowly starting to straighten the legs. Keep breathing here. If this is uncomfortable for your shoulders, you can always release your hands and do something else, regular forward fold. Slowly starting to bend into your left knee, left shoulder to your left knee. Maybe stretching your right leg, opening your heart to your right, long spine. Exhale back to the center, switch the side. Right shoulder to your right knee. Good, come back to the center. Exhale, release your hands down. Inhale, lift halfway and make your way to your down dog. You're welcome to pass by your vinyasa or skip any point of this practice. You're welcome to add or skip a vinyasa. This is your practice. Listen to what your body needs. Good, when you make it to down dog, breathe in. We'll reach your right leg up to the sky, stepping your right foot between your hands. Come back to your crescent. Now we'll stay a little bit longer here. Reach the arms up to the sky. Let's clasp our hands, flipping your palms to the sky. See if you can reach the biceps all the way behind your ears, but keeping your belly strong, not to overarch that low back. Engage your left quad. Very good. 2 more breaths. Find some ease, find some stillness here. And then as you breathe out, hands down to the mat, push your hips back, extending your right leg, finding nice hamstring stretch here. Keep breathing. Some of you might be able to ground down through the left heel and pick up the ball of your right foot off the mat. Otherwise, stay where you are. Left heel can be off the ground. 3 more breaths. Give your body some time. Inhale, we bend into your right knee, sweep your right leg back up to the sky. Option for one-legged vinyasa or stay here. Good, next breath out, step your right foot through again, left heel down, breathe into your warrior one. Sit low, right hip back, left hip forward, engage your belly. As you breathe out, hands interlace behind your back, lift your heart and exhale, right shoulder inside of your right thigh, arms away from your spine. Keep breathing. Right hip is opening. Take your time here, 4 more breaths. As you exhale, release your hands inside of your right foot. Walk your left foot a little bit further back. We're coming to lizard pose. Shift forward and back a few times. And then we'll drop our left knee down, first finding a twist here, right arm up, back, maybe to your right thigh, or even clasp your left foot with your right hand. 3 more breaths here. Good, gently let go of your left foot if you have it, forearms on the ground, if that's available to you today. Otherwise, stay on long arms, maybe soft bend in the elbow. Relax your neck, and if you're used to having your right foot flat on the mat, see if you can roll into the edge of the foot and notice how that feels. And the other way around, if you are used to rolling to the edge of the foot, see if you can ground down through all 4 corners of the foot. And see what this feels like. Just switching it up a little bit different. 2 more breaths. Good. Slowly come back up into long arms. You always have an option to take an arm balance from here. I'm not going to cue it today. Pick up your left knee off the mat. Find your plank. Tuck the tailbone under. Dome the shoulders. Hold. Keep strengthening the belly. See if you can roll into the balls of the feet rather than your toes. So keep pressing the heels back. Keep doming the shoulders. Hugging that belly button in for 3. For 2, breathe in here, exhale vinyasa or downward facing dog. Good, let's breathe in through our nose here. Exhale out through the mouth. Good, our right hand will come to the middle of the mat. Reach your left hand to your right ankle. Open your heart to your right, gazing to your right armpit. Keep pushing your hips back. Knees can stay bent if your hamstrings are tight, but spine is lengthening. Switch over to your left hand to the mat, right hand to your left ankle, open up. Good, back to the center, soft bend in the knees, step walk or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Now breathe in all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's ground down through our right foot, bringing your left knee into your chest, and then finding tree pose either to your calf or to your thigh. Make sure you're not pressing into your knee, hands to your heart. You can reach them up, or you can bring your left hand to your left thigh, right arm overhead, and all the way to your left to stretch your right side. 2 more breaths. Breathe in back to the center. Exhale, hands to your heart. Release your left foot down, shake out the knees, switch the side. Right knee in, foot to your calf or your inner thigh. Hands to your heart, reach them up, or again a side bend here, reaching left arm overhead. Right hand to your right inner thigh. Stay for 3. Stay for 2. Come back to the center. Exhale, hands through your heart. Right foot releases down. Breathe and sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Option to transition through your crow pose to down dog, or just simply step it back, vinyasa or no vinyasa. Find your down dog. Good. Once you're back in your down dog, let's breathe in, reaching left leg up to the sky. Stepping your left foot through. Inhale, find your crescent, second side. Sit lower, engage the belly, and again, clasp your hands, interlace, and reach the arms nice and high. Flipping the palms to the sky, reaching the biceps back, opening up your heart and shoulders. Breathe in here, exhale, hands down to the ground, shift the hips back, extending your left leg, finding a nice hamstring stretch here, breathing. Again, 2 options, you can always stay off the ground, you can softly bend the knee if the hamstrings are tight, or push yourself all the way back, right heel on the ground, the ball of your left foot is off the mat. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Breathe in, rebend your left knee, sweeping your left leg up to the sky. Option to take one-legged vinyasa or stay with your left leg extended. This time, step your left foot between your hands, right heel down. Breathe in, warrior 1. Stretch the arms up to the sky, sit lower, belly in. Relax the shoulders down. Good, exhale, interlace the hands behind your back, lift your heart, and then exhale, humble warrior, left shoulder inside of your left thigh, left hip back, right hip forward, and arms are actively reaching away from your spine. Neck is soft. Keep grounding down evenly through both feet. Don't let yourself transition your weight forward. Let's take about 2 more breaths. Lots of sensations in that left hip. And then we'll go a little bit deeper with that hip, releasing your hands inside of your left foot. Walk the foot to the edge of the mat. Shift forward and back a few times. And exhale, right knee releases down, left into your left thigh, up, or clasping your right foot. Good, very slowly, left forearm down, right forearm down if that's available, or stand long arms. Relax your face, allow your teeth to part, and tap back into that breath. Notice if your breath is still full, long inhalations, long exhalations. Again, your left foot is either flat on the mat or you're rolling to the edge of the foot. Three more breaths. Give your body some time to feel the stretch, some time to release into the stretch. As you breathe in, come back up onto long arms. Always an option to take your arm balance, and then making your way to your plank by shooting your legs back or not. Find your plank. Transition to your forearm plank. Engage your belly again. Option to shift the heels to your left, finding side plank with the lower body and full forearm plank with the upper body. You can always have your knees down, whether you're in the center or on the side. And then switch the side, drop your heels to your right. Stay strong in the shoulders, stay strong in the belly. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, slowly release your hips down. Forearms on the ground, Sphinx pose. Untuck the toes. Lift your heart forward, chin slightly tucks under. Imagine like you want to slide those elbows back without actually moving them. So the energetic movement here. You're reaching the elbows back, allowing you to shift your heart further forward. Two more breaths. Good. Now we'll keep your left forearm on the mat, bending your right knee, reaching back for your right foot. If possible, you're going to go for a frog pose. You're going to reach your fingertips the same way your toes are, bringing your heel towards your sit bone. Otherwise, maybe you're just clasping and trying to work into that quad, reaching the heel to your sit bone. Whatever it is today, it can be a lot further back, you can be a lot closer, whatever it is. Reach your heart forward, facing the front of the mat. Two more breaths. And release your right foot, switch the side, right forearm down, bend into your left knee, reach back for your left foot, frog pose, half frog on this side. Good, release your left foot down, release all the way onto your belly, shaking your hips from side to side, releasing any tension. Two options from here, either you're gonna go into your bow pose the regular way, or you're gonna try to do frog pose on both sides. So choose your option, either regular bow or frog pose, both sides. Stay for 3. Stay for 2. And as you breathe out, let it go. One ear to the mat. Shift your hips from side to side or windshield wiper the legs. Then 2 options from here. Either shift to your child's pose or tuck your toes under, press up to plank, cycling through your flow. On your next exhale, we'll all meet in downward facing dog, whether you're coming from your child's pose or from your vinyasa. Stay in your down dog, 3 more breaths. Give your body some time to lengthen that spine. You can walk it out. Any movements are welcome. As you breathe in, right leg lift, stack the hip. Option to flip your dog or stay in your extended down dog. And then very slowly make your way back to your extended downward facing dog. Step your right foot between your hands, left knee down. Breathe in, sweep the arms up to the sky, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Stay here, hands can be on your right thigh, arching the spine. You can reach your fingertips down. You can clasp your hands or even bind. So many variations depending on your level. Take it to your level. Simply arms up. Keep your belly engaged again to protect the low back. Don't let yourself drop into it. Good. Next breath in, come back to your Anjaneyasana. Arms reach up, hands through your heart, left elbow outside of your right thigh. Find your twist. You can pick up your left knee off the ground. You can open up the arms. You can even find a bind or an arm balance. Stay for 3. Stay for 2. Next breath in, we'll sit low into your left hip. So open up to the long side of the mat. Drop down, your toes might be pointing up to the sky. Hands can be on the ground. You can be even higher up if your hips are tight today. Then reach over your left arm to the side, right arm up. Find a twist. Stay here or bind. Good. Now start to drop your right sit bone down, bringing your left leg forward. You're going to pick up your heels off the mat. Shins are parallel to the ground, hands behind your hamstrings. You can reach the arms forward. You can extend the legs. Hug your belly in. Lift your heart for 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale, release your feet down, hands behind your fingertips, point forward, reverse tabletop. If it's comfortable for your neck, drop your head back. Breathe in through the nose. Stick the tongue out, breathe out through the mouth. 2 more, inhale in. Breathe out. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Slowly tuck the chin under, release your hips back down to the ground. Roll over the ankles as you cross them, making your way to your down dog through your vinyasa or not. As you make it to down dog, your right leg will lift back up, stacking the hip. Exhale, right knee to your left elbow tap. Inhale, reach back and up. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Good, you're here for 3 more. 2. Last one, you'll connect knee to your elbow, reaching your right foot outside of your left hand. Find your starfish pose, left arm up. See if you can find those right ribs and try to spin them to the sky. You can even help yourself with your left hand. Left hand down to the ground. Walk your right foot a little bit back so it's aligned with your hip, and then start to release your right outer hip to the ground. Tuck your left toes under, trying to point your heel to the sky. Open up your heart to the front of the mat and slowly fold forward to your best ability. It can be on your forearms or all the way in your belly. And try to keep dropping your left hip towards your right inner thigh. Feeling a lot of opening in the outer hip. You can always bend your knee to support yourself. This is a little bit easier. Good, find about 2 more breaths. Next breath in, rise up. Slowly start to pick up the hip off the mat using your core. Stretch the legs back up to the sky, stacking the hip. And then step your right foot through, left heel on the ground. Find your warrior two, gazing to your right, fingertips. Sit low. Inhale, flip your right palm up, reverse. Option two, grab your right wrist, finding a little more length from your right side. And as you exhale, right elbow to your right thigh, side angle. Stay here. You're welcome to go deeper. Right hand on the ground. Bind with a bird of paradise if you're craving something like that today. Stay for 5. See if you can find some space between your right side body and your right thigh. For 3, 2. Next breath in, come back to your warrior two. Extend your right leg, bring your left heel in, and then start to slowly lower into your goddess pose. Arms out to the sides, bend the elbows, palms are facing the sky. Relax the shoulders, hold. Sit a little bit lower on your inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, extending the legs. Exhale, sit back down. Breathe and extend. Exhale, sit back. Last one. And pause a little bit longer here. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, maybe close the eyes. Inhale, extend the legs back. You're gonna bring your left toes back in, finding your reverse triangle from here. Reaching your right arm overhead, and start to reach your right arm forward. Reach, reach, reach. When you can't reach anymore, right hand to your right ankle, shin or ground, left arm up. If you'd like more core, reach both arms forward. Soft bend in the knee if you tend to lock that knee and hyperextend. 2 more breaths. Rebend into your right knee, right hand on the mat. Half moon from here. You can always grab a block or a water bottle to have your right hand on something supported. You can have your knee bent if it's difficult to reach to the mat, if you don't have the props. In any variation, you can have your left hand to your left foot. If you practiced frog pose, maybe you're gonna play with having frog pose in this shape with your left leg. So pointing your fingers the same way your toes, elbow bends. That's just an option for 3. For 2. Good, slowly let go, step it back to your warrior two. Exhaling, hands down to the mat, cycle through your vinyasa or not. When you make it back to down dog, inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Good, breathe in, left leg lift, stack the hip, option to flip your dog. Come back to extended down dog if you're not there yet. Left foot steps between your hands, right knee down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Engage the belly, start to lift your heart to the sky. Stay here, any variation you practice on your first side. Binding, maybe fingertips to the mat, maybe interlacing the hands, arching the spine. Here for 3 to 4 more breaths. Hands can be on your left thigh for a little more support. You're trying to find space in your spine. One more breath. Next, inhale, sweep the arms back up to the sky. Exhale, right elbow outside of your left thigh. Find your twist. Any variation here, right knee off the ground, opening the arms. Binding, even an arm balance if you're craving some inversion, some arm balances this morning. Good. Next breath in, right arm reaches back, opening to the long side of the mat and sitting low into your right hip. Toes might point to the sky, hands on the ground or at your heart. Breathe, long spine here. Right arm out to the side, left arm up, find a twist, option 2, bind. again, we're going to drop our left sit bone down, bringing your right foot forward, extending your legs, finding your boat pose, hands behind hamstrings, arms reach forward, legs extend, or this time you might want to lower into your low boat and hold. Make sure the low back is grounded, you're not arching. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2. If you're in low boat, come back up, and then everyone releases the feet down, fingertips behind you. This time, option to extend your legs or keep your knees bent. Inhale, pick up the hips off the ground. Maybe drop the head back. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth, sticking your tongue out. 2 more. Big inhale. Big breath out. Breathe in. Let go. Tuck your chin under. Slowly release your hips down to the ground. Cross the ankles, roll over, making your way to your downward facing dog. Take your time to get there, vinyasa or no. Next inhale, left leg reaches up to the sky. Exhale, left knee to your right elbow, tap. Inhale, sweep your leg back up. Exhale, knee to your elbow. Reach the leg back and up. 3 more, make that connection, tap the knee. 2. On your last one, you'll pause, coming into your starfish pose. Right heel drops, your heart opens up to the sky. See again how far you can reach your right arm back. So opening across your chest here. One more breath. Right hand comes down to the ground again. Maybe you'll walk your left foot a little bit back so it's aligned with the hip. Softly release your left hip down. Notice my right hip joint is pointing forward right now, but if I tuck my toes under and start to drop it, I'm opening my heart to the front of the mat, and then I'm folding forward on my forearms or lower. Then try your best to continue dropping that hip. Stay, find some rest, find some softness here. Feel your belly, so you're almost want to bring the whole belly down to the ground. Your belly button will reach to the mat. Two more breaths. With your next inhale, pick up your chest off the ground, and we're going to slow using our core, pick up our hip off the mat, reaching our left leg up to the sky. Good. Option to cycle through one-legged vinyasa or stay. And then step your left foot through, right heel down, open up to your warrior 2. Reach the arms out, knees to your left fingertips, relax the shoulders. Find a pause here, find alignment, dropping your right hip down. Next breath in, flip your left palm up, reverse. Maybe you're going to clasp your left wrist with your right hand. And as you breathe out, left elbow to your left thigh, side angle, or go lower. Whatever it is you want to practice today, bind, bird of paradise. If you're binding especially, try not to let your chest drop. You want to keep, just like we did in starfish, keep opening, finding those left ribs and trying to send them to the sky. 2 more breaths. Next breath in, warrior 2. Extend your left leg, bring your right heel in, and then we're going to come back to our goddess pose. But this time, hands come to your thighs, thumbs are pointing down. Maybe shift from side to side first. Good, and then as you breathe out, right shoulder drops, open your chest to your left. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, left shoulder drops. Inhale, come back. For 2 more each side. With your breath. Last one, right side. And your left side. Good, we'll come back up, shoulders over the hips. Reach the arms out to the sides, bend the elbows, palms are flip to the sky, option to pick up the heels of the mat for a little extra balance here for 5. Relax the shoulders, 4, 3, 2. Exhale, release your heels down, extend your legs, bring your right toes back in, and then we're gonna flip your left palm up, reversing our triangle, and reach forward, keeping this length from your left side body. Find your triangle here. Again, any variation, right arm up, overhead, both arms forward, micro bend in that knee. You can always shorten your stance. Different schools of yoga, it's a different variation. Some do it closer, some do it further. It's up to you, whatever makes you feel the best. Here, 2 more breaths. We'll gaze down to the ground, we're bending into our left knee, left hand steps across from your left foot, right leg comes off the mat. Flex your right foot, again, stay here. Find support if you need, or bend your right knee, clasping your foot. Traditional way, or you can find, again, your frog variation here. Stay for 4. You can find balance here, 2, for 3, for 2. Very slowly make your way back to your downward facing dog. Exhale, hands to the ground, cycle through your vinyasa, or find downward facing dog. We'll breathe in through our nose here. Exhale out through the mouth. Next exhale, drop your knees down to the mat, right hand to the middle of the mat, left arm sweeps up to the sky. Thread your left arm under, coming into your left shoulder, left ear, and the option with your right arm, reach it forward, up behind your back. You can always find balance here, extending your right leg back, trying to pick up your right foot off the mat. Maybe some of you will even be able to clasp, picking your knee higher, or just rest. 2 more breaths. Good, right hand down to the ground, make your way back to all 4, switching the side, left hand to the center, right arm sweeps up, thread it under. Same option that you did on your first side. You can either rest, left hand by your side, forward, behind your back, maybe finding a balancing pose here, trying to elevate your left foot off the mat, maybe clasping your left foot. If you clasp the foot, make sure it's not dropping down. You want to reach it high. Two more breaths. Good. Next inhalation, make your way back to all 4s. Walk your hands to your knees. Rise up on your knees. We're going to do a couple of camel poses. If you don't like camel, you don't feel comfortable in camel, you're welcome to do bridge or wheel pose instead, or any other leg bend that you prefer. Otherwise, we might start with our toes tucked under, and unless you know where you're going, hands to your low back. Start by arching the spine, starting from your upper back, mid back. Imagine there's a string attached to your heart, so it's pulling it up rather than back. Good. Stay here. This feels good. Chin tucked under. Drop your head back. Stay here. Hands to your heels. Push the hips forward. Imagine there's a wall in front of you, and your hip joints are touching the wall the entire time. Two more breaths. And then very slowly start to rise up, chin tucks under, sit low on your heels, sit bones on your heels, close your eyes for a moment, tuck your tailbone under to decompress your low back, sweep your right arm up to the sky, bending your right elbow, left hand to the elbow, fingertips down the spine, lift your chin, stay here, or clasp your hands behind your back. Unwind. As you breathe in, come back up onto your knees, second side, starting with hands on your low back, toes tucked or untucked this time, arching the spine the same way, trying to Maintain your low back long, maybe hands to your heels again. Hips are pushing forward. Stay for 5. You can always come out earlier for 4, 3, 2. Tuck your chin under, slowly rise up. Sit back on your heels, decompress that low back as you tuck the tailbone under. And then left arm lifts, bend your left elbow. Right hand to your left fingertips, lift your chin. Stay here or clasp your hands behind your back. But very gently unwind, rise back up onto your knees. Last option, any variation that we just practiced. Some of you might want to go even deeper by bringing hands to your knees. Maybe some of you will be able to reach the crown of your head all the way to the mat. Two more breaths. Very slowly come out of it, tucking the chin under, sitting back on your heels. This time we're going to shift over onto your right hip. So just drop down onto your right hip, right foot to your left inner thigh, or to your left thigh. I'm not mirroring you, so I'm doing my right side now. Left heel towards your sit bone. This is one option. Option 2, half lotus, bringing your right foot to your left hip flexor. Ground down through your right sit bone. Left hip can be off the mat. Left hand to your right thigh. Right hand behind you. Find a twist. Or reach your right arm all the way over to clasp your right foot if you have half lotus. 3. Deep breath. Good. Unwind. Hands reach behind you. Step your right foot back. Step your left foot back. Windshield wiper your legs here. And drop your knees over to your left. Come back to sit on your left hip. Right knee to your left foot. Or half lotus here. Left knees touching the ground the entire time. Lengthen the spine. Right hand to your left thigh. Left hand behind you. Stay here. Or if you have half lotus, bind, clasping your left hand and left foot. Gaze to your left shoulder. Two more breaths. And come back to the center. Step your left foot down. Step your right foot down. Windshield wiper the legs again. Good, and then come back to the center, cross the ankles, make your way to your down dog through your vinyasa or not. Good, when you make it back, we'll reach your right leg up to the sky. Option again to take one-legged vinyasa. Stack the hip if you are an extended down dog. And as you breathe out next time, right knee to your right wrist, find your pigeon pose. Relax your hips down, make sure the knee's outside of your hip. And then when you're ready, relax your forehead on something, stacked fist, block, blanket, pillow, or all the way down on the mat. Long breath, starting to slow down the breath again. Longer inhalations, longer exhalations, being mindful of your breath. Two more breaths here. Breathe breathe in, come back onto long arms, step it back to your down dog, walk it out. Next inhale, left leg reaches up, option to take one-legged vinyasa or stay in your extended down dog, stacking your hip. And then as you breathe out, left knee to your left wrist, release your knee down, release your hips down, slowly folding over the shin. Relaxing again your forehead on something so your neck and your shoulders and upper back are resting here. If you feel any uncomfortable sensations in the hip, always forget to mention the first side, but if you're feeling any uncomfortable sensations on the first side, welcome to always do reclined pigeon on your back instead. Right, about 4 more breaths here. Last big breath here, staying through the exhalation. And as you breathe in, come back onto long arms, making your way to your downward facing dog. Starting to walk the feet to the top of the mat slowly, dropping your hips down. And 2 options from here, either you're going to find your forward fold, or you're going to find your inversion of your choice. So it can be headstand, handstand, forearm stand. We are going to practice shoulder stand today, just a little bit, maybe not as many breaths as we sometimes do, but maybe 7. So we're going to find our forward fold, any variation, either legs forward, the soles of the feet together, or legs wide. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold over the legs, hands to your ankles, toes, shins. If you feel like you're rounding your low back too much, soft bend in the knees, connect your belly to your thighs, relax your neck. So if you're practicing inversion, headstand, handstand, forearm stand, make sure after you're done, you're going to come into child's pose and take as many breaths as you need. You can stay longer, just meet us on our backs later on. We'll stay 3 more breaths in our forward fold. And then as you breathe in, slowly rise up, soft bend in the knees, come all the way down to your back. Finding a twist first, left knee to your chest. If you have a favorite version, you're always welcome to take it. Left knee all the way to your right, left arm out. Deep breath into your belly, left shoulder sinking down with every out breath. One more breath here. Breathe and come back to the center, hugging your right knee in, shifting the hips to the right, dropping the knee to your left. One more breath. As you breathe in back to the center, option to find an early Shavasana if you are feeling tired. Otherwise, we're going to roll our hips over our shoulders, hands to our low back. Start to walk the hands higher towards the shoulder blades. Reach your toes to the sky. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Belly in. We're holding about 4 to 5 more breaths. You can always stay longer if you need to. Trying to keep your toes over your hips, so don't let them shift back. Two more breaths. Very slowly start to bring your knees in towards your forehead, arms stretch forward, Slowly roll your spine all the way to the mat. Maybe optional to take your fish pose just to counter as a counter pose. And then exhale, release down on the mat. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself lots of love, lots of appreciation. Pick up the shoulders off the ground. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth, extending your legs forward, arms by your sides, palms up. Starting to release your body into the mat. Before you start to fully let go, take this moment to reconnect with your intention if you set one for the practice. Thinking of a few things you are thankful for in your life, coming into a space of gratitude here. Holding on to this feeling of gratitude, positivity, accomplishment throughout the rest of the day, the rest of the week. Please feel free to extend your Shavasana for as long as you need today. Otherwise, thank you all so much for being here. Namaste.